What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. With today's video, we are jumping into Wolverine, issue number 22. If you have not been keeping up with everything going on with Wolverine, be sure to check out the link in my description as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on everything going on with this series. And in recent issues, what we have seen is the Deadpool crossover. For such a long time, ever since Krakoa had become a nation, we have seen Deadpool excluded from all mutant kind. And he has been working with great effort to try and join X-Force. Blind Al gave him the notice that there was some kind of package being transported by the C.I.A. What we learn is inside this package that they have all been going after. It is related to Danger, formerly known as the Danger Room for Professor Xavier and all of the X-Men to train in. Being outsmarted by Maverick, Deadpool and Wolverine are currently locked up, and Maverick is trying to score in big with this package. Be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue of Wolverine, we are picking up with both Wolverine and Deadpool locked up by Maverick. While they are in confinement, Deadpool keeps running his mouth. And what he is proposing to Wolverine is that they do a team up together. Screw the X-Men, screw the CIA, them together as the dynamic duo. After Deadpool goes off the mouth for quite some time, Wolverine finally gets fed up and he puts his claws right through his skull, shutting Deadpool up at least temporarily until he heals back up. Wolverine is trying to figure out what is inside that box and what the heck Maverick wants with it. Maverick understanding that everybody wants this, so it's gotta be valuable. There's gotta be some kind of price tag on this thing. As they slowly start to figure out how to put this together. This is no Danger suit. This is no upgrade for Danger. What this is a child that resembles Danger. By all appearances, this thing is a weapon, quite possibly created by Danger herself. But as they get this thing fully put together, it is now operational. With it coming online, it sends out a huge blast and it goes to make a run for it. Maverick doing his best to try and take on this tiny Danger. He is unable to do so. It blasts a hole right through the freaking wall and it makes its getaway, with no one left to watch Deadpool or Wolverine. This is where Logan takes his chance to make their escape, and he does that by cutting Deadpool in half, taking half of his body and shoving it through the bars. He throws him over to the security panel, memorizing the code when they had put it in. Wolverine lets him know what that code is, and we see the cage that is holding Wolverine open up. Deadpool thinking that this is going to be a team up. Wolverine gets out of this cage and he takes off, leaving Deadpool right where he is, cut in half. This whole time, Wolverine has thought the CIA, Danger, Weasel, and Maverick were all after him. The truth of the matter, they were after this tiny child Danger. And so he goes chasing after Maverick. Maverick is chasing after the baby Danger. And though he is trying to catch up and catch this thing, he has been greatly unsuccessful. As they make their way through casinos, through magic shows, we see Maverick up in the air holding on to this tiny Danger. And this Danger is flying through the air. As Deadpool comes out of one of these casinos, trying to patch up his body, just barely back together. This is where Logan pulls up in a car, grabs the top half of Deadpool, leaving his legs behind. Wolverine letting him know that he might just have use for him yet, as he uses Deadpool's body as a weight to push down on the accelerator. We see the car reach maximum speed, crashing right into a barrier. This sends Wolverine flying through the air. Up in the air, he is able to make Maverick let go of Danger. All three of them go falling into the water, and from that water, we see Wolverine emerge, holding the head of Danger. Or the baby Danger, if you will. This is when Blind Al pulls up, having both halves of Deadpool in the back seat. Blind Al lets Wolverine know that he needs to get in the car and he needs to do it now. And if you're asking yourself how Blind Al is driving, it is because it is a self-driving vehicle. But Blind Al had pulled up because Wolverine, he had been caught on 20,000 plus cameras around the city. The CIA and everyone else was going to be coming down on him, and they were going to be coming down on him fast. This is where they wind up at a secret location. A bunch of guys holding guns, pointing them directly at Wolverine. These are old friends of Blind Al. A safe haven, an undisclosed location where they can lay low. And so as everyone gets inside and they start to figure out what this baby Danger is, the only thing that they can theorize is that this thing is very important to Danger, whether it be a weapon or a child. Blind Al believes the only way to bring all of this to an end is to give it back, to negotiate some kind of trade, some kind of truce. Of course, Wolverine's solution is to take down Danger. Whatever Danger's beef is with Wolverine, this child, this weapon, it is somehow part of the equation. They just don't understand what yet. But on the data drive, it is indicating this unit has been in communication with a mother host. That location that is pinged on the GPS, it just so happens to be an old familiar place. It is the school for gifted youngsters. That is where they are going to find Danger. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I've talked about it quite a few times on how I'm not the biggest fan of Deadpool, but I do love a good Wolverine Deadpool team up. I think these two, they really go good together. It's like those buddy cop shows where you have one cop who's just grumpy and mad all the time, and then you have Deadpool, who's the comic relief, who's the happy-go-lucky, who is the overly optimistic. And I think that's one reason I would love to see Deadpool on the X-Force team. If anybody out there truly deserves to have this role, it would be Deadpool. Not only because of his abilities, but because of how skilled he truly is. Hoping by bringing this baby Danger to Wolverine, that this would be his ticket into X-Force. If you guys remember the Hellfire Gala of last year, Deadpool was doing everything he could to try to get into that gala event. Obviously, X-Force was on top of it, Wolverine ensuring that Deadpool wasn't coming inside. I do feel like this is a really nice change of pace for everything that has been going on with Wolverine, because a lot of the Wolverine story has focused around what he is doing with X-Force. And while this may intertwine with it later on, it really does feel like it is a standalone story away from Krakoa, away from everything going on with Mutant Kind, X-Men Red, all of that stuff. It's going to be very interesting to see what kind of role Danger is truly playing here. If Danger was able to create its own child, and if this is the case, could we see Orcus making their arrival here in the near future? Let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by hitting the super thanks button. This button will let you donate directly to the channel, and every little bit helps us out. Now, if you can't do that, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you like this video, and until the next breakdown.